Hello guys, Tom here, welcome back to the Fun of Games, and this is another Advanced Warfare gameplay commentary. In the background you're watching a 48 and 14, it's the gameplay I mentioned in my previous video on Domination. And it's my highest scoring gameplay so far on Advanced Warfare, so I'm quite proud of it. I'll go through my class setup, which is the ASM-1 Magnitude with foregrip, advanced rifling and extended mags. Perks, I'm using low profile peripherals, toughness and blast suppressor. I mentioned in a previous video that I've started using low profile in my SMG classes because you run fast anyway without it, so you know it's fast enough for me anyway, so that's why I do it. Not perks, score streaks. I got the UAV with threat detection, so you can see through people through walls and stuff. Bombing run, and the Warbird with the aggressor module add-on. So yeah, that's like the AI one. It just goes out and kills people instead of you having to do it. And yeah, the reason why I use just threat detection is basically gets me close to my streaks a bit earlier instead of having a crap load of stuff attached to it. So yeah. And another thing I want to mention is about Black Ops 3, about the online beta that's meant to be coming out. And I watched a video of T Martins on YouTube, and he mentioned it could be coming in June, the beta. Originally, people were thinking it'd come back like a month or two before the game, so like September, October time. But it turns out it may be coming in June, a little bit sooner. This is obviously unconfirmed as yet. So basically, a guy contacted David Vonderhaar on Twitter and said he was a bit confused about the multiplayer beta, whether it's going to be in our home consoles or just at Gamescom and E3 for anyone who goes to that. And he replied, E3 is alpha, beta is beta, and then it says Gamescom is nearly finished. So basically, by Gamescom, the game will be nearly finished. So by that, apparently E3 is meant to be June 10th, 12th, sort of around that sort of time, and Gamescom is meant to be around sort of 9th of August to 12th, sort of, around that area. So it could possibly become it could possibly be between E3 and Gamescom, basically. So sort of, I reckon it's going to be about sort of mid to late June, if not beginning of July. Then also a little possible hint of the online beta release date. There was a teaser trailer. I can't remember what it's called, but there was a teaser trailer, and it keeps showing 6.21 everywhere on this trailer, and it may be nothing, but it does look quite as though they're sort of hinting at the beta release date, because it does fit in between E3 and Gamescom, and also 6.21 will be June, obviously the 6th month, and 21 for June 21st. Obviously unconfirmed, so as soon as it's like properly confirmed, then obviously I'll mention it on the video or something. But it's very interesting news. I really do hope it's true and it does come out in June, because I really want to get my hands on this game and just see what it's like. I don't know whether it's going to be better than Advanced Warfare. Possibly, I think it possibly could be. Because my personal preference, I do actually quite like Advanced Warfare. I've just recently started to try and increase my skill by using different weapons. So I've started using the MP11 instead of the ASM1, and I'm using the AK12. It's still quite a strong gun instead of the Bell. It's just the normal AK12. But obviously the Bell is probably a lot better than the AK12. So I'm just moving down the guns and just learning how to use a little bit weaker guns and see how I do and just practice. And I'm also taking toughness off all my setups in the future. Because one, it'll get me used to doing gameplays without toughness, without having to worry about not having scavenger and running out of bullets all the time. And also in Black Ops 3, I've heard something like there's not going to be any toughness perk in the game, so it's kind of a bit of a pain. But I think what they're trying to do is make sure that people don't have too many like perks that you rely on, because there's loads of perks on, like, I mean, it's happened with all Call of Duties where you've got dead silence and stuff, and amplify from Ghosts, and people just use them every game, and they end up doing really well. Like, it's like crutch perks. So I think they're trying to take out all the crutch perks so that people can't just rely on perks all the time, so they can mix it up a little bit. But I think, to be honest, no matter what developers do, I think there's always going to be these crutch perks in Call of Duty. There just always is. Like, there's always an overpowered gun or two, And about like overpowered guns, I did mention it in my previous video as well. But like, people seem to think that when people use the ASM1 and the Bell 27, it's unfair and they're using OP guns, and I do get why they say that it's OP, and they are slightly, they are really quite strong, but it's not like you run into them and you just take them out straight away. You can be killed while using these guns. I've been killed many a time. I think it's more to do with gun skill and like map awareness and stuff. And just to mention, I'm by nowhere near a really good gun skill player. Just confirm that right now. But I think map awareness and knowing how to use your score streaks and adding different things to your score streaks so that you can make them better and just all that other stuff. So yeah, I think OP weapons you keep. I mean, to some extent, you could actually say the M1 Irons is OP because 9 times out of 10, if you're like 5 feet away from a guy, you're not going to win that gunfight. You're going to just die, because I have every time nearly, unless I manage to jump out of the way quick enough, which isn't that often, to be honest. It's really frustrating when you keep getting blown away with these, the new M1 Irons. But yeah, really looking forward to Black Ops 3. Hope you guys are. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.